Celestial blessings, my name is Helen Dimitriou, and today I'm going to talk about what happens when the soul dies. What happens to our soul? Where does it go to? Well, there are different aspects of how the soul passes over. Now, for example, there is what we call a soul hospital on the other side, where the soul goes to convalesce, to recuperate, depending on how they died. So if somebody had a long suffering disease such as cancer, for example, it can take the soul a while to recuperate. Now then you can say, well, what relationship does the soul have with the body? Well, the body and the soul have been in communion and connection for a very long time. So the soul has to understand that it is no longer a part of the body, and that the memories that it has, it needs time to heal from those memories, from that pain that, it has suffered through the illness. And then you can have situations where there is somebody suffered an accident and died, and the soul is thrown from the body and the soul goes into shock. So immediately they need to have guides, which can be family members, it can be angels, it can be spirit guides, it could even be ascended masters, who actually sit with that soul, explain to that soul what's happened, how they came to pass, that they're no longer living, that their body is no longer living, and now they're in the astral plane. Now, when the souls get to this hospital, or this it's like I call it like a halfway house, then their guides come to them, or their family members, I'll just call them guides, and they explain to them what has happened in their past life. They may even see like a screen that shows them the life that they've lived, the good points, the negative points, and they explain to them how they could have done things better. What karma did they accumulate? Which life lessons didn't they learn? So then they sit with their guides and they discuss which life they're going to incarnate into. What kind of life will they incarnate into when they pass away? Now, usually they're shown their record of all their lifetimes, of the journey of their soul, which is usually kept in what we call the Akashic records, which is in charge of by Archangel Metatron. Now, a soul doesn't have to reincarnate straight away. They can go for hundreds of years without reincarnating. If there is a body or a life that needs to be that they need to reincarnate into that moment, they will be shown all of these things and be reincarnated straight away. A lot of times, I know in one of my past lifetimes, when I was in India, I was quite enlightened and in touch with my higher self, and I drank poison because I knew that there was a body waiting for me to slip into. So I actually, killed myself in order to be reincarnated at that moment. Now, I'm not condoning suicide. I'm not telling you that, this is the time for you to do. I'm talking about past life and myself here. I'm not talking about you, and I'm not condoning that you commit suicide. By all means, don't do that. So basically, the soul reincarnates. And this is also a video response to Aurora Moonwolf, who had somebody ask her the question, if a soul has reincarnated, then how can we connect with them? How can we communicate with them? Well, I am a medium. I mean, I don't use that part of my practice on a daily basis with clients, for example. I use it more for a personal thing. And I know that when I have given readings to people, the soul of the loved one has come through, and they ask me, well, if they're reincarnated, how can they connect with you? The reason being is because even though the soul is tethered to the new body, their higher consciousness can communicate and connect with other living beings or beings that have passed on. Because it's the consciousness that also stores all the information of past lives, of the karmic debt they have and the life lessons they're meant to learn. So the higher consciousness can communicate with energy and anything around it, because the soul is made of pure energy, pure light. So it's not difficult for the soul to connect with somebody who it knew from a past life. And it's quite possible, and it is possible, for them to show themselves as the person they used to be in that past life. For example, my grandmother passed away and she's reincarnated, yet when she comes to me in the form that I remember her as. And as I said before, the soul stores all this information, so it can identify the connection from that soul with me and show me my grandmother as she was when I knew her. And she can talk to me as my grandmother, she can talk to me as my family. It doesn't matter that she's, you know, been reincarnated into another body. She can still, I still have that bond with them. And this higher consciousness can travel, can go to different planes of existence, the astral planes. It can stay on earth. It can connect with people who have passed on and who are still living. It can commune with the divinities. So basically, it is possible for souls that have reincarnated to still connect and come to the reader, or to come to ourselves to give messages and to give visions. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.